We're going to teach you how to be cool, how not to be uncool. What are the big trends in dating for young ones, for college kids, for middle school kids, the married couples. We're going to get right into it because there's so many things out there that are happening, that are new, that are hot, that are edgy, that you haven't thought about. And we're going to bring you into that world. And we're going to caution you about some trends that we need to stay away from. It's going to be so fun. And at the end, you're going to have a very important vote to cast. Who was the coolest Garg on today's episode? See you there. Hello, namaste. Welcome to the Zarna Garg family podcast where all 5 Gargs are in the house. Today's episode is going to make you happy. It is going to make you sad. It is going to make you think really hard about all the things that you do in your life. Let's get right into it. Let me introduce the family. My husband of 28 years, Wall Street veteran, Shalabh Garg. My daughter who just graduated college and is working with me full-time, Zoya Garg. My son who's in college, Bridge Garg. And my middle schooler, Veer Garg. We are talking about things we do to be cool. Things that we subscribe to, things that we pay for, things that we don't really want to do, but we do them because they're the cool things to do. So,
I have a question for you. Yeah. What about people that are just naturally cool?
That is what coolness is supposed to be.
That's what you're trying to emulate.
Yes.
And while we're about to get started, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Mom does the most trying to be cool acts out of anybody I've ever seen in my life.
What are you talking about? No.
First, let's talk about how you are in sitting where you are sitting are trying to be cool.
Yes.
There's no reason. There's no reason for him to sit there.
Hurts if I sit there. And
there was a seat right there, and we're shooting a few podcasts in a row. He was just sitting right there, the same way Dad is sitting, just mirrored on the other side. He had to pull up a chair. He's like, "Oh, I'm doing this because it's what the cool cat." He literally said that.
I did not say that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for selling your coolness. Yes, he did.
No,
he goes all the other podcasts. All the cool cats do it. They're pulling up a chair to try and be different.
He never said cool cat.
Okay, but
I would never
cool cat is not cool.
Cool cat is...
Wait,
Anyways.
but let's get back to Mom.
But I do sympathize with you, Bridges. This is a couch that your mom inflicted on this apartment. It's not a couch I agreed with. And it is not structured in the best possible way. So I sympathize with you.
You think that all the furniture in our house is not cool?
Yes. With the exception of the master bedroom bed, I picked that.
Tell them how many couches you've bought and we've thrown out.
I mean,
Italian couches,
B&B Italia couch.
$20,000 couch, and it didn't last. What happened? Tell them.
At least it felt cool to sit on a $20,000 couch.
But then what happened to it?
Your mother threw it out, or I think sold it for peanuts.
What
just like she
happened?
sold my car.
No one wanted to sit on
basically
it.
Because it
sold
wasn't
my
comfortable?
You
stuff.
guys hated it. You guys
Really?
were crying every day.
Wait,
I hate this couch.
I want to talk about Mom. Okay,
Yes.
no one tries to be as cool as Mom does.
What are you
and
talking about?
yesterday,
You don't know about that, Rich. Can you explain that point?
Yes, ready?
I
Here we
thought
go. I'll
mother's
explain.
coolness comes from the fact that she doesn't try to fit in.
Okay, I'll explain.
Oh, that was sweet.
Me, Didi, and Mom went to hang out with 2 friends yesterday where I was meeting them for the first time. I think Didi knows them, Mom knows them. And we went to their house. Now, keep in mind, this is evening. The sun is going down. It's a very nice day outside, and we're indoors. The entire span of this hangout from the 2 hours, maybe it was 5 to 7 p.m., Mom was wearing glasses the entire time.
Maybe because
sunglasses.
She has that habit to do that because, she wants to hide the fact that she wears eyeglasses.
What?
I have never seen Mom
My
wear
mom
eyeglasses.
noticed that 25 years ago when she first saw her. That's not why. Oh. Because she's trying to be
Why
cool.
were you wearing sunglasses?
I like wearing my sunglasses.
Inside?
Indoors?
Yes. What is wrong with wearing sunglasses?
When there's no
indoors?
light?
No, it's not for the light. It's like I'm just used to wearing sunglasses. I don't like not wearing my sunglasses. I take them off for the podcast.
Not always. Sometimes you wear
Yeah,
them on the
sometimes you were
podcast.
on the podcast.
And I look good.
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm not
There
doing
you
it
go.
to be cool. I'm doing it to
Why
keep
don't we do a
myself
poll
calm.
on that?
Oh my God.
Okay, well, there is any sense for any adult human being to wear sunglasses indoors?
Yes.
or no?
You have
Yes.
to, first of all, to pull that off, you have to be super, super cool. Like, you can't be a normal person.
And
you
I'm not.
You do have the fame and, like, the aura and prestige to you to not have to wear sunglasses indoors, but you do so much more than that. Sometimes you wear the most extravagant clothes. You wear leopard print Crocs. Has
Yes.
anybody ever
Okay,
seen
can we
leopard
talk
print
about her
Crocs?
leopard print Crocs for a second. So we go for walks almost every day where we talk about what's going on in the business, what we need to be doing, and it's one of my favorite things that we do. Now, one of the problems with our walks is she wears these leopard print Crocs that are slippers. They're house slippers. They're soft. There's no sole. There's no sole. And so then every 3 minutes, this is not an ad. She wears, okay, let me explain this shit. So she wears the shoe. Then every 5 minutes, she starts crashing out on me. You're walking too fast. You're walking too fast. It's because she can't walk. She can't walk.
It does have a sole. What did you mean?
It has no, this is not a shoe. This is not a shoe to wear in New York City snow. It's snowing. 10 feet of snow. She's walking around in this. What snow is protected?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I went to the North Pole and I was wearing my Crocs and we were fine.
The North Pole.
Leopard print.
But one
Is
thing-
nobody else going to talk about the fact that they're leopard print
Wait,
feet?
but Bridge, I have to disagree with you.
Your mother's feet were so frozen on that North Pole that in the middle of an Eskimo hut where we drove to, the guide that brought the Finnish or Swedish guide that brought us there, I forget his nationality, he made us put her feet under my armpits to warm them up.
That is so disgusting.
When were you guys in the North Pole? When are you? Okay,
Yes,
hold on.
when we first
Can we
got
also-
married,
can
we
we
were.
talk
Wait, tell the story. What happened?
I mean, I was still, men don't age generally, so it doesn't matter that I was 25 then, but, I was 25 at the time, and, we were going,
We had
scooter
a
riding.
snowmobiling trip all
Snowmobile
the way up to the
in a
North
place
Pole.
called Jukkasjärvi, which is north of Sweden.
Wow.
North of Finland, shall I put
North of
it?
Finland, of Sweden.
Sweden, no, it's-
North of Sweden.
Yeah.
And it's a small village where there's an ice hotel, which they make out of ice every summer. Every
Yes,
fall.
yes.
And it lasts until the summer and then melts away. And there was only one restaurant. And so you had reindeer that we had to eat. And she's, of course, vegetarian. I mean, the problems with your mother in not being cool.
How is that her
Being
fault? And how
vegetarian
does
is
that
a
have to
problem.
be?
You see this?
I mean, in the pole of north or north of pole, like there is no.
Okay, but going to an ice hotel, that's cool.
That's sick.
That's
Can
cool.
we talk about how having aura, and let's
And
also
my two best
define.
friends were with us.
Let's define.
That's
Yes.
not cool.
Yes,
When it's a romantic getaway,
He brought his
bringing
two
your
friends
friends
with
is
him.
not cool.
I
on the
was alone
podcast.
with 3 guys. That was a
Yeah,
lot
my
of
two
fun.
best friends were with me because I needed someone to
All
sort
right,
of
you got it, you got it.
have fun with.
Okay, all right.
Can we talk about how having aura, and first let's define what aura is. Aura is, we're gonna throw this term around during this episode. Aura is how cool you are. So you can have a lot of aura, meaning you're super cool, or no aura, which means like you're making a
Or
fool of
negative
yourself.
aura.
Yeah,
Negative
okay.
aura.
And
Positive
can you
aura.
get points and negative points
That's
based
like a
on your
TikTok
aura?
thing, but like yes,
Okay.
gaining 1,000 aura means like, oh, you just did something super cool. But can we talk about having aura as a celebrity or just a public figure can actually make you worth more? Like
Drive tickets.
for
sales.
example,
yeah.
like a lot of rappers or music makers, like some of them literally drive all their sales just based off the fact that they don't show up to places and they'll show up late. They'll show up in like dark, ominous outfits that will make them like, it'll just up their value so much.
I mean, this is true, but I don't subscribe to it, just so you know. I do not believe in that. I think just live your life and show up. But a lot of people tell me that my bindi has aura.
Yeah, it
A
definitely
lot
does.
of people.
Yeah, it has
all
aura.
our
Definitely has
shows,
aura.
all our shows we go to, women of all colors, all sizes come up and they wear a bindi and they say, "I'm wearing it because of you," and we feel like we're part of one world together. So it doesn't have to be cool in this way or that way. It can be cool in any way.
Yeah, that's what I- it
Believing
doesn't
in
have to
something deeply means it's gonna have aura. I think in the end.
Yeah.
But what do other like, I go to a lot of comedy shows and it's become kind of echoing what Veer said. Professionals in every industry, people who are influencers, are all searching for different ways and gaining aura. And it could be almost saying they're trying to create a moat, something that separates them from everyone else.
Yeah.
But it's more like understood as they want to seem cool because people want to buy tickets to events that seem cool. They want to post it about it on Instagram. They want to say, "I was at this event. Look at me."
Yeah.
They want to post. I mean, even posting on Instagram, it becomes a point of aura where you want to
Totally.
make a post that makes you look super cool so that people like it, people share it, and they think this person is so cool. The reason why people buy sports cars like my dad or Lamborghinis or Bugattis is because they're trying to seem cool.
I Lamborghini or Bugatti. It was simple Mercedes.
But the point is that people do, right? Like Mark Cuban or whatever, all these other very wealthy people, they buy those cars, those fancy watches because they want to seem cool. Like that, it's very rarely an investment to hopefully
But
sell it, but it's about
sometimes-
trying to seem cool.
Sometimes it might just be that that product is very high quality. Like all these clothes I've spent money on over the years have stayed with me a lot longer. And you may think I'm buying them only for coolness, but it's not. They're also very high quality.
That's a fair point, but I do genuinely believe that a lot of what people are buying luxury-wise
I'm
is to seem
gonna
cool.
actually take issue with your point. I think you are buying it because it's cool. If there wasn't a Laura Piana logo on it,
Or a
and it was
Moncler
or
logo,
a Moncler logo on it, and it was just as high quality, which would you pick?
I would pick the high quality. I would pick without the logo. I would pick the same product. I'm not. I am anything but driven only by brand names.
Oh my God.
That's going to be the craziest reversal statement I have ever heard.
He only goes to the stores on Madison Avenue.
Also-
I don't know where you would even find these quality cool
These
products.
sneakers that I bought and imported from Sweden.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yes.
I found this small sneaker maker based out of Stockholm, Sweden, and they didn't even at that point sell those sneakers outside of Sweden, not even in the rest of Europe, only in Sweden. And I imported this pair of sneakers from them, and they actually wrote me a text that you're the first person in America importing these sneakers. What did you like about that?
What if they were the exact same sneakers made by an American person? You also part of the whole like brand name thing is being made in Europe for you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Because I bet
Right.
you if those
American-
sneakers were made in Delhi and Chandni Chowk, the same exact sneakers, you would not buy
How
them.
would the same sneaker be made?
Why
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
We found the root
You're the
of
biggest-
the problem
The
has been
Japanese-
identified.
I love when you say
The
that.
Japanese nail cutter. Do we still have that Japanese?
We do.
nail
Yes.
cutter?
It's over there.
That
It's
is whatever. We're not talking about quality products. We're talking about coolness.
my
We are
God.
talking about coolness. Stop.
On the left.
Okay, one thing I think is very cool.
Okay, there is this company, Japanese company called Suvada. Okay, it makes this nail cutter which is made of Japanese steel, and it can cut the thickest of and the toughest of nails. And everyone in the family has used it, even though when I paid $180 for it, everyone made fun of me.
We paid $180 for a nail cutter. If you want to do a poll, Shalab, why don't you do a poll
Why don't we
about
do a
that?
poll? Is it worth paying money for really high?
The nail cutter has its own house. That's
Also,
like,
this
you know.
wasn't an ad, but we do link all of our products in the caption below if you want to check it out for your own family.
Or this particular product, I mean, I'm sure people know about it. It's a really famous.
Nobody knows
Nobody's
about it. Nobody is out there looking for a designer nail
Did
cutter.
anybody, we'll do another poll. Did everybody know about this company before I mentioned it? SUWADA, or did you first hear
Shalab,
it?
you didn't even know about it.
I did,
You
I did.
looked it up. You were like, what is the name of this company? What are you?
Okay,
Oh
wait.
my God.
I actually have to disagree with you, Bridge. I
Okay.
think Mom is very cool.
She is.
I think she no, but I
Yeah.
think that I think she tries to be cool a lot. She does.
No.
But you are. I do think you're very cool.
I agree. You're very cool, but you also try to be cool a lot.
I'm not trying to be cool. Okay, you want to know why I wear sunglasses a lot?
Yeah, why?
Because I have very deep, dark eye circles. When I'm not wearing makeup, if I don't wear something, people are worried about me being tired. It's a constant thing. People will be
Because
like,
you are
"You're
tired."
Yes, but I don't want to have a conversation about it everywhere I go, which is why I wear my sunglasses or my glasses all the time. And this is not just me. This is a lot of women influencers who are out there on a camera or meeting people all the time. People stop me everywhere to take a photo, and I don't want to have photos taken with my eyes. I'm not even conscious of it. I just don't want to waste my time talking about
My
it.
Do you think
thing.
I'm doing circles because of Finance Dad Tuna?
Okay.
Do you see them?
My.
Okay, hold on. If the reason you don't want that is because if you get caught in photos with eye circles, you'll lose aura.
No, I don't want to have the conversation.
That's
Wait,
different.
that's a
I'm-
completely fair point,
That's
Mom.
a fair point.
I rescind
But
my earlier point about this.
When
sunglasses.
I go live, if I don't have glasses
Yeah,
and if I
that's
have
a
no
pretty rational
makeup,
point.
Yeah.
I wear makeup so much. There are days I just want my skin to breathe. That's what that's about.
I'm gonna
Just,
talk
you know,
about-
I'm not trying to be cool. And I have like 50 pairs of sunglasses because I wear the same sunglasses so much that those start showing up on
But you
people's
have
face.
good taste in sunglasses, which is a cool thing to be able to do.
Oh my God.
Are we
like,
serious?
I
I'm
am
giving
the
credit for
sunglass guy.
anything.
You are the
You a
what?
I mean,
glaze
the pair of
mom,
sunglasses
like
that you use all the time, beta, they're my sunglasses.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are.
I mean, it's ridiculous that you started to give credit to your mom for everything.
I don't know. I'm in a really we're in a good phase of.
And that's the
friendship
other
right now.
thing is when you have a lot of aura, people will glaze you so much, and you will
Oh,
get so
yeah.
much people sucking up to you because you have the aura. That's another
No
reason
one
why
is
aura is
sucking
important.
up to me, just so you know.
She just did.
I get flamed constantly. You flame me constantly. Your dad literally is a professional flamethrower.
I'm not a flamethrower. They can do a poll right now.
Oh my God! If we
Stop
lose Paul,
bullying.
I'll lose my
Okay, let's
mind.
talk about cool kids.
Yeah.
Let's talk about cool kids.
Yeah, let's talk about the cool things you guys
Wait,
do to
no,
be cool.
because I could not stand the cool kids in high school. The
No.
cool kids in high school never got anything done.
But a lot of people thought you were cool.
No, I was never the cool kid in high school.
Was she? Was she? The producer is nodding. She's saying you
The
were.
producer and I went to high school together. She thinks I was not cool. I think the cool kids don't actually put themselves out there, right?
Damn, you're getting outed by the producer right now.
Senior council
She was a
president.
senior council president. She wasn't the cool kid.
That was a glitch.
Okay, but hold on. The cool kids never acclaim themselves to be cool. So what makes them the
Like,
cool
you
kids?
know the popular kids?
Yeah, but okay, I completely agree. But like, why are they the popular kids?
Because that's how society works. Like,
Exactly. So that means they do have to have some
Okay,
sort of aura.
I'm not gonna name names, but there's one person, whether she was cool or not, there's one person on this couch that was definitely not cool. And
Okay,
I'm
fine,
not
I
gonna
agree. I accept it. It was me. I even threw a party in high school and people didn't even show up for it.
No one
I
showed
accept it. I accept it. I was not a cool high school or college.
She didn't even
And
name him.
because of that, every party we've ever thrown, he's been anxious mess. No one's gonna come. No one's gonna come. And I was like, why are you having
Oh
a
my God,
panic
he's
attack?
Wait, that's really,
traumatized.
like,
That's
sad.
People come to my
sweet.
parties
Why are you
all the
making
time.
fun
Why
of
are you like that's so
But it's been
uncool?
25 years of him being, don't throw a party, no one's gonna come. I'm like, why
That's
does people
trauma.
not come to my
Yes.
house?
That's literal trauma.
He tell them the
That's
story,
true. I
Shalom.
mean, but there is not more
No,
to the story.
tell them how you were dressed and you had all the food and drink
Okay,
and no.
I mean, I
yeah,
think
tell-
there's a limit to the embarrassment.
No,
because-
there was. He was dressed in white jeans, which was all the rage back then, with white shoes. He had bought food, he had bought drinks, he had sent out emails, whatever, however they communicated back then, and zero. Even his own friends didn't show up.
Okay, come on. You're like kind of. That's like. Why are you slam dunking on him? We heard him. We heard you the
I'm
first time.
not. I'm saying it happens.
well, now I feel
And
so
you know
bad.
what? Why are you feeling bad? He's fine. Everybody lived. It's okay. People go through phases. I've not gone through
Basically,
that
when I
phase.
founded my company, I stopped doing any company events. So I never get close to it. Even if I have to fire someone, it's easy to fire them.
Oh my God. Wait, what?
I-
You still feel bad, Bridge?
Yeah. Well, I think Bridge was a very cool high schooler.
Yeah.
You've always,
I wasn't like a cool kid.
I feel like you've always been kind of cool.
I just played sports. I think when
think
you play
that's-
sports, it's you just get in a certain community and where people are considered cooler. I was not like a cool kid, but when you play sports, you
He
gravitate
did
around
track and
people
he
like
was,
that.
well built, and Bridge is a handsome boy.
I feel like the more confident I became in myself and the more shameless I became, the more cool I became. You know what I mean? Like, coolness is a mentality. It's a mindset.
I don't know. Would
Sounds
you
like
agree
coke.
with that? Would, yeah.
But do you guys think that getting in trouble at school makes you cool?
Oh.
Because I know you like got in trouble a lot.
That much in school. I don't know.
No, I like as much as I do want to like embarrass you because you did get in a lot of trouble and neither me and Didi were like that. That's a completely for real question because I think that like as somebody who gets I get great grades and I don't get in trouble a lot. I feel like I wouldn't be like I feel like people look at me as a little bit differently as somebody who like if I was the exact same person but I didn't care at all about school and I got in a lot of trouble. I would be completely viewed differently.
Well, that's my thing. I think caring makes you less cool in the short run, but then in the long run makes you super cool. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like
Like I'm
kind
really cool
of.
now at 50. Is that what you meant? to say?
Yeah, I think you're more cool now than you were before.
I mean, that's not saying a lot. That's like 0 to 0.1. But in absolute terms, I'm
What?
cleaned up. Like, it's like you said.
no, what I'm saying is-
I can run almost as fast as someone who doesn't know how to run.
I don't know.
Like in the early days of Mom's career, when she was really trying, it wasn't cool that she was performing on the subway. But
Yeah.
now, looking back,
was super cool.
everyone's like, that's plus millions
Yeah.
of aura. Like every late night show is covering
Facts.
it.
Yes, that's
that
true.
was super
Facts.
cool. But so coolness, like Timothy Chalamet, my fave, he gave a whole speech about this when he won some award. Basically saying that, like it's actually like a good thing to care a lot about something, but you won't look cool for it in the beginning.
Dude,
Yeah.
the coolness, so what you're trying to say is that coolness comes with success. And the more success you
Yeah.
have, that's the true driver of how cool a person is. And when it comes to Cornell, because I go to Cornell, the people that everyone thinks are the coolest are the ones that are successful.
That's
You
true.
can have the nicest professor, no one's gonna think, people are gonna respect the professor that treats everyone a little bit worse and has no time for anybody because they're working on something than the professor who's super nice and like talks to everybody and makes good relationships.
That is so bad. That is horrible.
You respect the person who respects themselves and are successful. It's as simple as that.
I mean, I respect
And you
you
can put in-
irrespective.
You can put in hard. like,
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying that I respect you irrespective.
What does
he's
that
saying no matter what, he respects you, Mom, whether you're
but
successful
no matter
or not.
What, yeah, but I am successful.
But even if you weren't, he would respect
He's
you.
saying he
he-
unconditionally loves you.
No, he is not saying that. He's smirking to
I'm
himself.
not. I'm saying I respect
He's trying to watch you unravel the double negative, irrespective, spective.
No,
No.
we can take a poll right now. This is
my
not
God.
Stop
Stop
offering
with the
polls.
Okay, well, we all always praise Mom for how great her decision-making skills are and how like we should always listen to what she says as it has unfolded in a good way. But if she was not successful, would we still treat her with the
great
same
question.
respect that we
Actually,
do?
I can answer that. The answer to that is yes, because
Yes.
you did before I became successful.
Yeah.
I
Each one
mean-
of you did.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
professionally, I mean, that's.
professionally.
yeah. Like if you hadn't made like an extreme amount of good decisions that you had made,
No.
would we? I mean, even dating back to switching us out of private school to public school,
Yeah.
that was a very bold decision that could have went really, really wrong.
Yeah.
But it went really right, which did like whether we want to admit it or
but
not,
we didn't know
subconsciously.
for a long time it would go right.
But we didn't.
With her, I was nervous for a long time that what if I messed up her future?
But then she went to Stanford, and when that happened, even whether it was conscious or subconscious, the three of us, including Dad, must have gained an extreme amount of respect for you, regardless of whether we want to admit it or
I
not.
actually accept that because the story of how she took you guys out is a whole different point. In other words, no woman should do that to her husband in that way,
What?
where she just sends him an email that I've taken the kids out of school. Literally an email. not even a
There's no
telephone
way that's
call.
how you just sent him an email.
Just send an email.
I actually didn't even do that. I forgot. Veer came home and said, I like my new school.
I remember that.
I was like, oh shit.
And that was middle of the school year too for the two of you.
I forgot to
Didi
tell
was one thing because she already had admission at the public high school, but the two of you didn't even have any school lined up. She just took.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Mom is so
I mean, I probably should have discussed it with you, but we all know that discussing with you is a dead end. So what is the point of that?
I think we should talk about some things that are objectively cool and
Yes,
uncool.
yes.
Because I do think that's
Yes, let's do a cool and
cool.
cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Board games.
think it's very cool when girls wear very simple jewelry, like very few things, but it's like those things make a statement.
Yes.
I've always found that very cool. Like I love the minimalist jewelry look, like one nice earring or one nice like I just think that's cool when you're looking effortless, but there was some effort. There was effort, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it's uncool to not include people who are sitting next to you.
Yes.
I think the coolest person
Yes.
in a conversation is the person where when you're sitting next to them, you feel like you're going to be involved in the whole conversation because they're going to constantly pull you
I'll
in.
take that a step further. The coolest person ever, the person who like I have the most respect for ever and I'm gonna try to be when I grow up, is the person that when you're meeting someone, they introduce you so that there's not that awkward like little bit
Yes.
where you guys don't know. Like, hey, Shalab, this is my friend Zarna, this is my friend Shalab. Like,
and
that
then
type
they
of thing.
not
Well,
only do
I hate
that,
to be the villain here, but as much as I agree with what you guys are saying about how cool this is, it also is upon your responsibility as the recipient of somebody who is struggling in a social circumstance to learn how to not struggle in that social
Yeah.
circumstance. For example, when you're meeting somebody, or if Mom is introducing me to somebody and she doesn't say, by the way, Bridge, this is Dan, this is Bridge, whatever the names are, I take it upon my responsibility to say, by the way, nice to meet you at some point and introduce myself and conversate with them. I shouldn't feel like I need to rely on a third party to make sure that I'm acceptable socially.
Oh,
and the same way in a friend group, if I want to say something in a friend group or in a group conversation and I'm uncomfortable doing so because I felt like I'm not as included, it's my job to either make the decision to be included and put myself in that conversation or leave it. And last thing I'll say about this is, especially professionally, if you're in a, like Mom has probably been in circles with very, very important people, and if she didn't make the case for herself, it was over. Like nobody was gonna go out there and say, oh, by the way, Zarna, what do you think about this business decision? What do you think about this network? It was either her saying, guys, I just wanna make my voice heard. I do not agree with this, or I do agree with this. And that's what led her to be successful. And and everybody knows this from past podcasting, I don't agree with the philosophy of babying people. I never have and never will.
I want to add to Bridget's point and extend really quickly. It's cool to be not the last one leaving a party. Like you want to be leaving events. You do not need to take the pulp of an event and squeeze it to death.
I thought everyone already knows that.
No, this is not something that everybody
No, a lot of
knows.
people
A lot
know
of people think that you need to stay endlessly in case it gets better, in case it improves. If you've enjoy yourself and then leave. The other thing that I think is very cool is showing up to events alone.
Yes.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's me.
That's also me. I learned that from her.
I go
Actually,
everywhere
I think you learned that
I
from
will
me.
never be the one who's like, are you going? Are you going? Whoever's coming or not coming. If I want to go somewhere, I'm going.
I
It's
agree with
uncool.
that.
It's uncool to.
But-
It's uncool to be like to your friend group. When are you getting there? When are you getting there?
Yeah.
Let's walk in together. Uncool.
Uncool.
For
Just
sure.
walk in.
Just walk in.
But I want to go back to something you're saying, Bridge. What you said makes sense for you and for us and for a lot of us. But there are people, I know people who are extreme introverts who are like physically debilitated when they walk into a room. And yes, it would be good if they could overcome that hump and push themselves out there. But there are people who are physically like anxious. I've seen it. Like they have a lot to say, but they're so afraid to say. They're actually brilliant people, really hardworking people. And I have learned that if you're a host of an event, if you don't go out of your way to include that person, that's on the host.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's true.
Because you
That's
cannot
true.
invite people of a wide range and then say, well, it's up to you,
Yeah.
make what you want.
That's
Agree
true.
with that.
That is true. But again, also, I agree with that. If you're in a circumstance where either you're an employee or there's a host, it's their responsibility. Like your mom, as a boss of the whole organization, it's your responsibility to make sure everyone's opinion gets included. But if you are introverted or you're somebody who struggles in these social circumstances, you should not treat your life as a way to rely on other people to include you.
that I agree,
You
because
should,
a lot of
can I finish
people
my
get-
point?
yeah.
And what I would actually recommend is that you seek out services or experiences, or maybe even boot camps, where you go to maybe public speaking boot camps. You go to different types of ways to learn, get the experience, and helping like advocate for yourself instead of just relying on somebody else. That being said, I agree with Mom. There should be people. I think it's very cool when people include others. It's a really cool thing to do. But I just want to encourage people not to fall into a trap of like, that's how society should work, where someone's always going to include me. You know, sometimes you have to fight for yourself.
One thing, Bridge, that you do that's very cool is you're always smiling.
Yes.
I don't think you've noticed that you do that, but like when we're in group settings and stuff, or you're meeting a new person, you might not be the one speaking all the time. That's cool. Not speaking, letting other people speak, but you're always smiling. I think that's cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But
Yeah.
can I just follow up on
Yeah.
your follow up? It is true that it's a fine line between somebody who's nervous and introverted and somebody who's being lazy.
Yeah.
There are people
Why are
on
you
this
pointing it out to
sofa
me?
who I will not name because it's not right to do that.
He
See,
knew.
I didn't say anything.
No, but Dad knew he was gonna get a shot.
I know. I said like this. I'm not pointing.
No,
at
no,
you.
no. You
I
are
was
not pointing
it
at Dad.
at
You.
See, he identified
That was
himself.
amazing.
This
No,
is the-
you-
I didn't
Why
even
are you
let
guys
him
fist
And
bumping?
then-
She just called him lazy.
No, but
No,
you.
because he does. He goes and he'll wait for the host
but
to be
you-
like, you introduce, where are you going
You
to
would think that Dad's not paying attention. He was locked in like a freaking leopard. He knew.
No, but I
He
did this.
knew.
I did not do this. I did this. I was not
let's
saying.
just, you say this often. So why don't we put this to a little bit of what do you say, audit, this
Okay.
statement.
Audit,
Laziness
okay.
audit, right?
Sure, let's do
A
it.
man, I'm 50 years old, as everybody knows, right? A man obviously could not have gotten into IIT by being lazy.
Right.
Most people
True.
will agree.
Facts.
A man could not have then worked for a few years in Europe to secure a business school admission in Ivy League University in America
It's
by
true.
being lazy. A man could not have secured the most blue chip job out of business school that is offered only to a few top candidates out of business school, making several $100,000 before the 23rd birthday after being lazy.
It's
That
true.
same man could not have earned enough money to own an apartment in the city, a house in the suburbs, several cars, and all the kinds of things that we enjoyed by being lazy.
It's
Could not
true.
have helped.
We know it's true. You don't need to be sitting there like a freaking town bailiff.
Could not have created the infrastructure,
What is a town
even though
bailiff?
acknowledged that I was a hands-off dad. That's been talked about several times, but still could not have been so lazy so that the growth of those three kids, by your own admission, in a town like Manhattan, which is so hard to raise family
Yes.
with no parental or family support,
Yes.
could not have been a lazy man, right? So where is the laziness?
Okay.
Okay,
wanna respond.
go for it.
And
We're
when
ready.
I-
We're
before I
ready.
say this-
The guns have been loaded. Don't worry, Shalab. It's coming. Go
I feel like
away.
I've been with mom this whole day. Before I say this, I want to make it clear that I'm not discrediting your work at all, and you've obviously built such an amazing life for me and everybody here. So thank you for that. But I will say that all of the work that you just named was all set out and very you did not create the pipelines for your work. So for example, even though you did do the work to do the exam to get into IIT, that was all something that was set out. All you had to do was actually do the studying. And for your job you had, all you had to do was actually do the work that was given to you, not actually create something on
That's
your own.
not fair.
No,
But isn't that true for anything that a human
No,
being
but
does?
what Veer is pointing out is that mom has burdened the entire uncertainty, the responsibility of constantly creating brand new ways of doing everything
Yeah.
under the sun.
I
Like,
know, so it's a
I'll
different
jump
kind
on
of
Dad's side
accomplishment.
here.
I wasn't trying to say that your mom's accomplishment is in any way inferior to. That's not the point I was trying to make. I was just in absolute terms trying to defend.
she
being
does
called
not
lazy.
like that you watch TV.
No, okay.
That is the laziness.
Wait, can I jump in
Let
quickly to
Bridge
respond
go.
to Veer's
Watch TV,
point?
But my work, a lot of the work is on computers and telephone, and it distracts me. Otherwise, it's very stressful.
Wait. I'm gonna jump in real quick about.
P&L move up and down is so stressful that watching Korean romance on the other side mitigates that stress. What is so wrong
Bridge,
about that?
get it.
Well, now I feel like you should respond because you just segued.
go
I don't want
ahead.
to bring it
no,
back.
No,
okay.
go ahead.
Okay, well, what I was gonna say is that it's not as set out as it seems to be as successful as Dad was. It's not as simple as you have to do 1, 2, 3 steps and then you get into IIT. There's people who've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to all the way to 1,000,000 steps and didn't get into IIT. There's people who did 1,000,000,000 steps to get into the top finance job and didn't get it. You do have to have a lot of creativity in the way you study and the way that you approach people and the way that you coffee chat to interview.
I have a good point, but I have another question. Did I or did I not stand on, you were there, witness to this, stand on Wall Street through business school, wait for people to come out to ask them to give me an informational interview?
Yes.
But I think,
Now, did that take, there was no email
Hold
or
on.
telephone at the time?
yes. But I think you can't talk about laziness and all these things as in the past. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
it's.
so you're right.
You have to
that-
talk about today, and you've done an incredible job with. We're not. This isn't a conversation about laziness. We're talking about coolness.
No, but I now would like to respond. Your dad has no problem doing what he wants to do for himself.
Yeah.
That's never been the problem. The problem is always having to do things that you don't particularly like or you don't particularly care for or that are not directly for you. And that is the hard thing to do. If all I was doing is going out there telling jokes all day long, I could do jokes from morning to night. But part of building the comedy business is the email and the marketing and the putting yourself out there. And you will not do anything that you don't like to do. And that includes anything to do with the kids. That includes anything to do with school. A big part of adult living is doing all the things that you hate to do. And you have conveniently removed yourself from all of that by saying, but I did this, but I did this, but I did this. You have the luxury. All my resentment, and we were not going to go down this road, but we're going to. All my resentment comes from the fact that you had the luxury, the 25 years that you built your career, to only focus on your career, true or false. You didn't have to worry about anything else. But the minute I dipped my toes into wanting my own life, I had to not only build my career, not only worry about the mortgage, not only worry about keeping your morale up and keeping the kids on track. Because I have 25 years of doing 100 things that I don't want to do, that I have to do every single day.
Okay,
And that
then
is
I have
the
a true
story.
and false
Hold
question.
on. That is the story of every mother and every woman out there. And that is the point of view that I'm defending.
You've been on this journey legitimately since 2019, is
Yeah.
that right? So
Yeah.
about 7 years in
Yeah.
aggregate.
Wow. Can you believe it's only been 7 years? She sold out Beacon Theater 3 days ago. No big deal.
Right. But over the 7-year period in question, start to finish,
Yeah.
would you characterize my involvement in your career as more supportive than you could have ever imagined? True or false?
No. Yes, the answer to that is yes, but your interests are aligned with mine.
No, but you don't always work,
no,
right?
but you're
I'm not saying today when you've already
No,
achieved.
even on day one. I understand that we didn't need the money on day one. Yes. But you have always understood that that is the right thing to do, that you want to be supportive of your wife. And in defense of what you had to do, we made it as comfortable as possible. You went from the Upper East Side to the Upper West Side to a club, right? I don't think you understand the level of inconvenience people deal with on a daily basis as adults. Because your life is so highly structured around your life. Literally, until recently, we all ate dinner at 5 p.m. because he breaks his fast at 4 p.m. Is that a normal thing? Why don't we do a poll on that? Everybody in this family knows that if dad wants to eat dinner, we have to eat at 4:30, 5 p.m. Including our friends. They will say, you want to do dinner? Okay, Shalab's timing, 5:30 p.m. Like, at 50, is that the life that we all live?
But at the same time, it's been supportive of my health, that decision, right?
But what about everybody else's health and priorities? How many times? We are on 150 plus episodes of this podcast, okay? I work every weekend. I work Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and often I do double shows, which means I start working around 6 p.m. and don't get done until about 12, 1 a.m. Do you know that 150 episodes have been taped on the weekends because he will not tape on the weekdays?
Wait, I just have to say,
And now he will say, but I took care of my health. You tell me, audience.
Okay, that one has nothing to do with health. It's just that
No, but the fact that we all just circle around you and create like whatever you need becomes the priority because you will not. I don't even know what the topic of the podcast was, but it's no one goes around the rest of our priorities like that.
All right,
think-
Veer, what do you have to say about that?
You want to say
You know,
something?
I'll say that.
Rich,
Wait,
Rich, step in.
Veer wants to say something.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Okay. You know, going back to the topic of the episode, I actually say that what you just did, aside from like the fact that most of what you said was true, that was very cool. Having the authority to make a speech like that was very cool.
what do you mean authority?
Just like, I don't know, the way she says it is she speaks very motivationally. And when she says something, it's like, damn, I want to do it.
but I think
I mean,
it's
to go back to the topic of cool, I guess we should go back to that
Yeah.
topic. This was a sidetrack that we both took, which is fine. I think it was not part of the plan, but it's fine.
I think it's cool that you guys still fight.
You know what I
I
think it's
think
cool?
you're scared.
To make it
I
a
am
light-
scared. I like
to make it a lighter note.
Yeah.
I think it's cool when a young man respects the time of a young woman and is passionate about her. I hope my boys grow up to be that way.
I think okay. Let's just. That's
Oh my
so
Oh my
God.
God,
Oh, I'm
the
actually gonna, like,
manipulation
wow.
on this podcast.
Wait, can we talk about things that are cool in dating? Chivalry is very cool. I think it's cool when a guy
Yes.
when a guy
You're about to get flamed in the comment
Why?
section.
what
That's kind of the point I just made.
What
I
is
just
wrong with
described
chivalry,
chivalry.
Brit?
There's nothing wrong with it, but people don't. It's very. What she said is a hot take. In today's society, saying chivalry is cool is a hot take.
I disagree with that completely.
Well,
I think that's the expectation of like a young woman now.
I agree with this.
Chivalry is cool. My personal opinion agrees with her, but my personal understanding of society in today's world would disagree with that idea.
I think it's cool when a guy opens the door for the girl. It doesn't have to be every time, but the door of the car, I think that's cool. I think
Okay,
it's
if you
cool.
want to do cool, then who pays for dinner?
I
What's
think it's
good?
cool when the guy pays for dinner, but if it's a first date for me, I never let anyone pay for anything that I'm doing because that's an intimate thing to let someone pay for you. And when someone pays for your anything, there is a subconscious expectation of your time. And so I do think that women should be very, very like keep that in
So
the
they're
back of
into
their
the
head.
guy, they should let him pay?
No, I'm saying that if you're a few dates in and the guy pays for
No,
you,
let's say it's date number one.
yeah, date number
Girl
one,
is
I will
done.
never let
This-
someone
now-
pay.
And the girl has decided that this is the guy she will see again if he chooses to see her. Then should she let him pay?
If can you say it one more time?
So the end of the date has arrived.
Yeah.
It was a first date.
Yeah.
The girl has made the decision that if the guy asks her out again,
Yeah.
she will say yes and that she had a really good time.
No, I think the first date it's too much leverage to give the person. I'm very pro first date. You should pay and then you should reflect. If you enjoyed it, you should see them again. And at that point, if you want to see them and they pay, that's fine. I know women. I think this is uncool, but I do know women that do it. I know women that go on dates for the dinner.
For the free meal, yeah.
Well, the guys
I've
know
heard
that.
about
What's
that.
the big deal about that?
yeah, I feel like guys
I mean,
know that. No
but-
guys.
Do guys know that?
I know that all the time,
No,
yeah.
come on.
But
I
that's
did
okay. I
not
got a-
know
the
that
guy
that
got
was
a
a
free
thing.
shot at the girl to see
What?
he got a chance to impress the.
I mean,
despite,
that's the agreement.
that's sort of, even though that was the case at the beginning, it may well be that the date itself went so well that the girl felt differently.
So you
about
think
it.
that's okay?
I think it's okay.
Wow.
100%.
I think that's fine too.
I don't
An
know.
adult making an adult decision. I'm not going to
In
feel
fact,
bad
the
for
guy
them.
probably knows that most likely she's in it for the money.
For
What?
just
For
the
the
meal?
meal, yeah.
Wow.
What?
I think it's uncool.
I don't think it's
know.
not a problem at all. So long as she's not on the phone the whole time.
Oh my God. Wow, the bar is so low. We're gonna take a minute to tell you about our sponsor for today's episode, ZocDoc. For sure, you're putting off your health because you don't have the right doctor, you don't have time, you think it's too much work, you're overwhelmed by everything, and you keep putting it off. And I'm here to tell you, stop it. ZocDoc makes it very easy. You will find the best doctor in there. It's gonna feel like you found that diamond in the rough. You can do it any time of the day, and it's like all the puzzle pieces of your life need to come together, but your health is a big part of that puzzle piece. You cannot ignore that piece because that is actually the central part of it, and ZocDoc makes it so easy. Don't look at me. Do not look at me and be like, not me. Raise your hands. Raise your hand right now if you've been delaying this whole health journey of yours. Raise your hand right now. I know you've been delaying. No more delaying. You can go online.
ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love.
In network. Use your insurance. Every option that could possibly be available has been made available to you through ZocDoc.
You guys need to stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Zarna to find and instantly book a doctor you love today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/Zarna. ZocDoc.com/Zarna. Thanks, ZocDoc, for sponsoring this message and this episode today.
And you have to go to the next appointment with me.
What?
Yes. What's another cool thing? Wait, what's a cool thing in middle school?
Cool thing in middle school.
Is getting earrings cool?
Oh my God.
I think getting earrings was the opposite of cool. I've got very ridiculed for it. It was a decision that a lot of people thought was like very uncool. I think that's what's cool for me is making decisions on my own authority and not caring what people think.
I agree. That's
I'm not claiming coolness. I'm just saying for me, that's what makes me feel cool.
Bridge, what's cool
You didn't
in
think
college?
it was cool?
No, I thought it was the stupidest decision I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish you hadn't done it.
really? I think they
on.
look great.
The earrings? Why?
They look fantastic. I just think he's too young.
No.
I think they look great.
I don't know.
Are
Okay.
you happy now?
Yeah.
Okay. Bridge, what's cool in college?
There's nothing that's really cool. I mean, you know what's cool in college is being successful. It's the only thing that's cool.
Sports and
But that doesn't mean anything once you get
It's
to college.
true, I
It's
do-
the only thing
No.
that matters is what internship you're getting or what startup are you working on that's successful. That's it.
And who you know.
And who you know. Those are the three things that matter.
Especially young adults really place a lot of cool value on like who you're friends
Is it
with.
true that the 23 to 25 unemployment rate is 10%?
Yeah.
Wow, I only read that statistic today.
Well,
so
I mean-
it must be cool then to find a job.
You know, I think it's very cool. What I find very cool now is not getting lost in the sauce.
What is that?
What does that mean?
Like, I think that there's this new phenomenon of like talking so big about everything. I really think it's cool when people are like, I am doing this thing because it brings in this amount of revenue or helps the business in this way. Clear thinking is cool. Intelligence is cool. Those are the things that
Intelligence was always
Okay,
cool.
hold on. Hot take. Is beauty cool?
as a guy or as a girl?
As
Always be cool.
for a guy, is a beautiful girl cool?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
did you
of
not
course.
share your
Okay, can you
matchmaker?
just hold on and let
Did you
Bridge-
not share your matchmaker 3
What did
days
the
ago?
matchmaker say?
What do guys look for? Only one
Hot.
thing. Looks,
That's it.
looks.
Oh
No.
man,
That's what he said.
We have
last
two
time.
guys here. Can they answer?
Sure.
Bridge,
What's the question?
what do you look for in a girl? Looks. Is that accurate?
I wouldn't say that's accurate for me.
No, okay, he's just lying. Like, come on.
Wait, I actually don't think it is. What I've looked for in a girl, I think looks is definitely a part of it, but personality matters.
Would you date a girl that you were not attracted to?
No, but would I date a girl with a terrible personality? Also no.
that conversation.
Her question
no,
is,
Bridge,
does
Bridge.
a girl who looks good, are they cool? And the answer is yes. You will treat a girl who looks very good differently than you treat a girl. And the
I don't
same
want to
goes for
interrupt.
men. The same goes for men, by the way. Women will treat a very good-looking guy much differently than they'll treat a not good-looking
No,
guy.
I don't agree.
That-
Yeah, it is.
Like,
No.
like that
Zarna,
guy,
did we
Grant.
or did we not have a very established matchmaker for dinner 2-3 days ago?
Wait,
Yes.
that dinner, by the way, was so upsetting that I
Why?
went into the other room and called my mentor and I was like, is it too late for me? I won't ever find love. Because he was
we asked
basically
the question
saying,
off of him. what do majority, of course there's exceptions, what do majority of guys look for as the top 3 things in the girl that they look for to marry?
Yeah, he
And
said
what
hot.
He said hot, hot, and hot. That's it. And then you
that's
ask the same
his
question.
But
what
dumb
do girls
client
look
base.
for?
But mom, even you, one of the local politicians we were rooting for, I was like, Mom, why are you supporting him so much? And she was like, he's cute. That was her response. Then we go to this dinner last night, VIP party, and there's this really like 6'6" good-looking dude. Every single girl has a circle around him, laughing at everything he says. Like these things. This is just how life works. Like the good-looking people, pretty privilege exists. It exists, and you can argue it shouldn't exist.
I've experienced this firsthand. It absolutely
What?
exists.
Absolutely
You have
exists.
experienced
Sorry,
it
not for me.
firsthand?
Why is that getting you so upset?
No, but like what? Mom.
It does exist. He's right. Have you not noticed it at a restaurant?
No, I didn't
Dad,
know what.
Can we just take a second, Dad? Every time you say restaurant, you say restaurant. It's so like,
Because you know why?
I'm sorry, this
because,
is so away from
because
the top.
he
goes,
grew
"Restaurant?"
up. He
It's
grew up
so
in
annoying.
England. He
It's
grew up
actually-
in the
okay, oh my God.
as a Sussex of Wales.
What is the name?
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Like the producer, you watch all the episodes a million times. You hear it, right?
And there was only one restaurant.
There was only one restaurant.
Yes, thank you. You said, like, have you seen it at a restaurant? It's
Because
so
there are
annoying.
because
Cheese
there
pronounced at
are
the end of the word.
Yes.
Indians who believe they grew up in England because we were once colonized, and his parents are.
You guys
among
all
them.
hear it too, right?
But Mom,
Yes.
going back to the pretty privilege, let's talk about comedians. Being an attractive comedian helps.
No.
Not true.
I'll
I
tell you.
disagree with you.
Actually,
Matt Rife, like all of
no,
these.
Matt Rife is yes, he's one. But for women in particular, okay, let's get into this.
Yeah.
There is something known as a uterine bias. You have to go up on stage and make the audience forget you have a uterus as a woman. Otherwise, they don't listen to what you're saying.
Okay.
So the women comics who wear the short skirts and they get booked for a lot of things and not necessarily their jokes. There's 1 out of 10 that are gonna make it for their jokes. The ones that get.
But
to
I'm
the
talking
very
about
top.
successful. I don't like.
Yeah.
Let's talk about make it like
But
what they
I-
get booked for.
like,
for
if-
example, the person who hosted the Golden Globes or whatever was Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, but she's been grinding for so long.
I'm not taking anything away from her,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it does help to be pretty.
Yeah,
like she's a
suppose-
blonde, tall woman. Like
Wait,
it
Mom,
does
you're
help.
also beautiful.
Yeah, no, but I don't even think about the beauty thing when I go on stage.
Wait, but I actually
I want to
don't
be
think-
known for my hard jokes. I don't want to be known for anything else.
One quote that Tina Fey said that I will never forget was, if you're a young girl, the last thing that you should be known for is your beauty.
Yeah.
But Tina Fey is also a hard writer. Her talent, she's a writer
If you
at the highest
have that
level.
hard skill,
Yeah.
you don't want to be distracted by, oh, but she's also gorgeous. The assumption is, the opposite of what you're saying is the assumption is if you're beautiful, you're not that smart.
Yeah.
So you never want to
I
confuse
mean, I have to say,
and
I've
muddle the
I've
water.
never felt that way. What? I'm just saying. I've never felt that
Do
way.
you have something?
But you know, in my experience, the
You're
people
just
who
gonna
are
disregard
better
my
looking, the people who are better looking, at least in my experience throughout life, the people who are really good looking, like the really, really good looking tall people,
Yeah.
they aren't that as smart. They just, like, in my experience,
same.
maybe it's because when they were growing up and they went through high school, they didn't have to like,
They didn't have to
or,
fight.
like in certain
Yeah.
social circumstances, all three of us kids and you two as parents when you were younger and even today, you had to fight in every social circumstance to get looked
I
at,
am going
right?
to make sure we include some middle school photos of the three of us in this
Yeah.
episode because
I'm in middle school. There's a middle school video of me right now.
You're a good-looking kid.
You're
This
a
isn't fair.
good-looking kid. You're
Here's, like,
such
on the
a
other
good
side.
When I was in middle school, I had like, you know those.
That is not true,
No,
sir.
hold on, Dad. You know the braces from Finding Nemo of that girl with the dead goldfish in the dentist
Or, like,
office that go
any-
over the head? The overhead retainer where it
yeah,
brings
yeah,
your
the night
teeth out.
retainer.
The
Yeah,
night
yeah.
re- I had that with the gun. And I wore it to school because Mom said that it would speed up the process of my smile working so we wouldn't have to pay for more orthodontist
Well, you do
appointments.
have
She
a
was
good-
right. She was right.
Mom made me bald in middle school. I remember walking into school one day.
Good, but I'm bald.
I'm not, I was in middle school. What kind of comment? Like, I walked into school one day after she gave me the most heinous haircut of my life. It was genuinely
No,
bald
it
in middle
was a
school. And
military
everyone
cut.
was looking at me like, I can see your scalp. I can see your skull. And I
We're
was
gonna
like,
get-
what are we talking about?
I think she
Anyway,
was trying to prepare you for like when you're
Yes.
40 years old.
I was, first of all, I'm not even balding right now. Second of all, when I was in middle school, it was.
Listen, different things are cool to different people, and this was our episode on things we do to be cool, things we think are cool, things that we think are not cool. We're sure you have so many things that you think are cool, not cool. We want to hear them all. What are you doing to be cool? This was our episode, and as we end every episode with a round of good grades with Gargs, where each Garg gives another Garg an A grade for the winning moment, the entertaining moment, the enlightening moment of the episode. So too, we're going to finish this episode with a round of good grades with Gargs. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to give my grade to Dad because I thought it was the first time he brought up his argument defending himself on the laziness point when it's been brought up for a lot of episodes. And I do think it was a very well-constructed argument.
Wow.
He didn't win that one.
I just said, did I say he won? I didn't even say it. I just said it was a well-constructed argument.
I'm gonna give my A grade to Veer because I think his earrings are very cool, and he did make that decision on his own. And I just think Veer is an emblem of cool.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to give my grade to Zarna. I think that the argument that she gave against my own defense against laziness was well articulated, and I'm happy that she, my mom didn't have that agency, my grandmom didn't have that agency, but at least my wife has the agency to, talk that way and express herself in that way.
No, did you hear what he said?
Mom just
No. Did you hear what he said? He said my mom didn't have the agency to have an opinion.
He's poking
my
the bear.
grandmother did, and I'm so glad that as my wife you have the agency. You're gonna be okay with this, bitch. You're gonna be okay. He's giving himself the
Mom,
grade.
he's poking the bear. Look at how happy he is right now.
He's literally, and you're just falling for it.
No, but you're letting yourself be poked, which is you're letting yourself fall for it.
You're getting rage baited.
Yeah, do you know what rage bait is?
You did just get rage
You
baited.
constantly, Mom gets rage baited constantly.
It's so easy to get her angry.
I know.
All right, Veer, who do you want?
I'm actually going to give my A grade to Dad.
Oh,
Because-
great.
I think that the whole brand of him only using European products, even though they're terrible and just as bad as American products, and all these stupid expensive deodorants and lotions and stuff, I think it's built him a pretty cool hygienic aura. Even though they're just as bad as American products, they're just they feel. I know what you mean when you say it. They, as much as I want to hate on it, and it's completely wrong as much as I can say that, I can feel it. It just you can sense it that it feels different.
In my archaeology class, we learned that Romans could tell if a piece of a vase or something was made by the original artist or another vase that was identical to it wasn't, because you can tell from the aura of the vase.
Okay, stop lying.
That's the truth.
All right.
She's 11, so she would know this.
Podcast.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give my A grade to Veer for finally calling out restaurant. Is that a word? I've been hearing it
annoying.
28 years. Well, let's go to a restaurant. We did not grow up on the Thames River in Middlesex County in London. We grew up in Ghaziabad, in Mirzapur or something, Meerut, somewhere in the north of India, in a town that nobody even in India knows. So nobody's saying restaurant, and I'm glad that my son found it himself and called it out.
I've actually never done
We
that.
have to make. Let's go back. We have to make a compilation of him saying a few of him just saying a restaurant. It happens all the time. I know that
Veer, that was so
I know
funny.
viewers.
Anyway, this was our episode on cool and uncool and all things in between. We know you have so many quirks in your family. Please tell us in comment, subscribe. Bring your family members into it. Tell us your pet peeves about your family members, things that they think are cool and you think are not cool. We can't wait to hear from you again. Everybody say bye.
Bye.